What is up everyone, I'm Phoenix, how are you getting on? Welcome back to Flash Games. Today we're going to be playing some more classic games that I remember from a long time ago. Starting with this game called Dad and Me. A pretty violent game if you think about it, but definitely something that I remember playing from a long time ago. It was such a weird game, you know? I don't know, I never knew what to think of it. It's a funny game in a way. It's like dark humor, being dropped off by your dad as a kid, but with like a serial killer mask on. And basically the whole point was to make kids angry and eventually just beat them up. Like this. Super violent, for sure. This was always a game that I was not allowed to play when I was younger, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. My mom didn't want me to play this, but I still played it secretly sometimes. Because, well, it was really the first violent game like this that I knew. I never really played games like this, you know, until I did that. And the game even had bullies, which are basically boss fights. You have to beat them up. What's pretty difficult sometimes, but as long as you make the right combos, you would be fine. I also like how our name is literally Rage. If that isn't the name of someone who beats everyone up, I don't know what is. And the bully is down. Now let's get this other kid, Danny, out of the way. And eventually you got your power up and you had some sort of lightning moves. I don't know how or why, but it was just the case. And you could even play soccer, and beat up the soccer kids, of course. Oh, guess what? I scored! Wow, guess what? I scored again! Whoa, and again! Yeah, I'm the best at this game. And you could even cross the actual street. And of course, look both ways before crossing the streets to be safe. Or throw crits in front of the cars to hopefully make them stop. Even though that never happens. Even the police cars just went driving on. No! Oh, poor Robbie. Oh, poor Harry. Why are they doing this? Oh, Jesus. I saved the kids from getting out of the way. But not them. Come on, Winston. Did you really have to do that? Oh no! I exploded! Oh, well, that happened when you died, pretty much. I know, no, it was such a weird little game. Again, very violent, but somehow addicting. I remember never being able to finish the game, actually, but still enjoying playing it, because, well, I wasn't really allowed to. And as a small child, you always want to play stuff that you're not allowed to play. Alright, next up we have a game called Effing Worms. This is another interesting game that I remembered playing, again, very violent, but still for kids, apparently. It's basically step 1, eat. Step 2, grow. Step 3, there is none. Step 4, profit. Yes. So what you literally did, you controlled a worm underground, and you were supposed to eat everything and everyone above ground. Again, very violent, and eventually even military-like people came out, and I don't know, it's just fun killing people. Again, as I said last time, killing is satisfying, apparently. Oh no, not the doggo. Poor doggo. I mean, the humans, that's fine, but not the doggos, please. Hunger, and you had to fill your hunger meter. If you waited for too long, then you would actually die because you didn't eat enough people, or animals, or just living things. And of course, this all happened along heavy metal music. And then you could upgrade yourself, like a tough skin or a sleek skin. I always went for the tough one, I think. More health is always good. And now they're shooting me, and there are police officers and everything, and even planes. I'm more like parachute guys. Alright, let's get one of them. Roar, I missed. Roar, yes. And apparently they exploded into blood. Oh, you guys think you can shoot me, huh? Well, I don't think so. Even if you ride on a cow, you won't kill me. Rampage. And even cars came out to play. I mean, just look at this worm's mouth. First of all, this worm is huge. You know, it's like 1,000,000 times bigger than actual people. Alright, time for another upgrade. Fat issue makes you fatter. I'm absolutely fat. Tanks and everything. Not that it matters. I can kill them all easily. Eventually I remember the worm becoming that big that it just literally filled the entire screen. But anyway, that's enough of that game. It's just a silly little rampage game. Pretty fun to play. Do you guys remember playing these games? I sure do. Next up on the list we have a game called Four Wheel Madness. This game, a very simple game. You just literally drove a monster truck, sort of, and drove over these cars, trying to crush them, as you can see. You had to do it within a certain time, and you couldn't die, so you couldn't flip. To be honest, the game was kind of easy, but it was still fun to play for some reason. It's just satisfying to crush cars, and when you're a small child, this is all you know? You don't know of any big AAA games. It's just this, small little flash games. Oh, well, and that's what happened when you died. There's not really much more to this game than just driving, finishing the levels, crushing the cars, crushing the vans, crushing other stuff, driving over obstacles. But again, it was just satisfying. I think this was actually even one of the first games that I really played a lot. For some reason, the car always sounded like an old diesel truck. I mean, just listen to it. Doesn't it? Doesn't really sound like a monster truck to me, but hey. And if you were good enough, you could pull off wheelies and stuff like that, but as you can see, I was never that good at this game. But it was just a little game that I remembered playing, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Alright, next up we have a game called Ricochet Kills. Number 1 this is. I remember playing this game too a long time ago. You were literally supposed to shoot a gun, hit as many people as you could with one bullet. I'm doing very well. And then you went on to the next level. Very simple. You had to pull off some tricks sometimes to actually hit everyone. You couldn't hit yourself, so you never had to worry about that, but you could run out of bullets. Obviously, if you really want to play this game properly, you have to plan it and have to see what every shot really does. But I never had the patience to do something like that. I mean, again, I was a small little child of the age of 6 maybe, or 8 at the most. And I always just thought it was fun to shoot people as much as you could with one bullet. You could even have multiple bullets in the air at the same time. How cool is that, huh? I mean, just spam everything everywhere, and I'm sure you'll get everyone eventually. Or not. And as always with these games, addictive music, satisfying killing or satisfying puzzling or growing stuff, that's what you wanted from Flash games in the end. A point system as well, you know, maybe a leaderboard in there, stuff like that. And if you really think about it, a lot of these children's games were really violent, you know? Killing people, shooting people, seeing blood, beating up people, being serial killers, stuff like that, you know? But you know what, I think I'm gonna be leaving this one here. We've checked out a few more games from my childhood. If you guys really want to see more of this series, then do let me know by leaving a like or a comment, because I could eventually end up making this a 10-part or 20-part series, because there's so many old games that are fun to play. And if you guys have any suggestions what you remember playing as a child, then of course let me know. But anyway, this was your Phoenix. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe now for more to come. Until then, be brave, be kind, and stay awesome.